Whoa. What do we got here today? We got a fancy new daily challenge. It was actually reasonably fun if you ask me. It wasn't crazy or anything. It was called Lead is on the Radar. Towers that can't pop lead. Towers that can't pop lead unupgraded. Can't pop lead at all. That sounds like a crazy tongue twister and I just cannot say it very well at all. Camo detection is limited to a X2 village. Rounds 25 to 65, so only 40 rounds, not too bad. We also get a portable lake, which is completely unnecessary. But you can get it if you want. So what did I do? I started off with a 3-0 tack shooter, a farm, and then soon after that got a couple of glue gunners as well as a boomerang. Now I went with a lot of lowly upgraded towers, which I don't normally do. Normally I try and go for some higher upgraded towers, but sadly enough they really didn't allow you for this daily challenge. So there really was not very many good towers that you could have used that were kind of high up there. The only thing that was actually kind of effective was cannons. Cannons overall are going to be your main popping power in the late game, but for early game you're going to have to rely a lot on tack shooters, I think. Personally, I got 2 of the 1-0 glue gunners, and that helped out a lot versus the stronger balloons. But versus the weaker balloons, not quite as much. It wasn't very effective at all, actually. And I did lose quite a few lives. Now what you have to do is, if you're kind of you have to farm a little bit on the early rounds to be able to afford the monkey village for camo detection on level 33. So that being said, you have to get probably 2 1-0 farms pretty early on in there, and then you'll be able to afford that camo detection. You could go without 2 farms and probably just stick with 1 and use a lot less towers, but I don't feel like that's quite as effective. So I don't know. Do however you want, but if you're having problems, just kind of follow this guide right here. And then what you want to do is make sure for level 46, get a couple Moab Maulers, at least 1 with a couple 3-0 tack shooters, and then something to pop everything that comes out. Personally, I got a Monkey Ace, a 3-0 Monkey Ace, which was extremely effective for this entire challenge. It actually helped me out so much. So feel free to get that guy. And then what I did was I started farming like crazy. I got a bunch of 4-2 farms actually really darn early here, right around 53 to 60. I got like 2 4-2 farms, and actually they weren't really necessary at all, so don't feel like you have to do any of this random stuff that I do. I just find it more fun to kind of make these interesting and try and get as much money as possible while still beating the challenge. So as far as popping everything goes, if you notice, I really don't have that much popping power, but everything's just working out fantastic together. This was just like a perfect setup, if you ask me. Not perfect, but it was a really good setup, if you ask me. The 3-0 boomerang and 3-0 cannon together were actually really awesome, and then the 3-0 tack shooters were kind of helpful as well. So just make sure you do get some more Moab popping power. I got like 5 or 6 Moab Maulers by now, and then you want to make sure you don't forget about level 63. I almost forgot about level 63, but then I'm like, oh my goodness, we need to get something for that level. And there's really not that much. 3-0 cannons, 4-2 cannons, things like that are going to be pretty effective. But I just recommend getting quite a few 3-0 boomerangs as well. And then 64 and 65 should be a pretty big breeze by now. You got quite a few Moab Maulers. So that's really all I got for you guys today. Hopefully this helped out just a little bit. Please press like if you liked it, and have a great day.